Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's video. This video is all about understanding how or getting to know about why programming is very essential for us, especially for teachers, okay, who are teaching science streams, okay, to project ourselves or maybe to do several experiments. Okay, so towards it, I use something like a AI engine, which is deepseek, similar to chatgpt. Okay, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a software for something like an object moving down an inclined plane. Okay, and then I thought, okay, why not I first create a video and then proceed? So towards it, I was also looking into some of the question paper answer sheets which the students had solved, and in one of the question was related to frequency and the various optical phenomena. And then I thought, why not I make a shorts video? So then I asked myself, is it possible to create a shorts video using programming? And then what I did was I started using this software. Okay, I know a little bit of Python, not up to that mark. Hello world program, I can do it, but apart from it, it was not up to that mark. So I thought, okay, why not I do it? And then I started this. Let me show you this video as what I did. Okay, so this is the engine that I'm using over here, and this is the prompt that I gave over here. So as you see, the prompt very clearly says, okay, so something like I want to create a short video which runs for 30 seconds about the phenomena, refraction, dispersion, and so on. And what is that I need, okay, for it to continue. So I have also put that one there. Okay, and after that, I also looked at something like what are my social media handles, and I asked it to create it. So then what it did was it gave me a video structure, what could be the contents of it, and then finally it went on and on to include a call to action handle also, and what are the tools one needs to create videos, and then it gave me a step-by-step plan, example script. Okay, so how much time does each of these phenomena need to be described? It gave me all this. Okay, then I moved on. Let me just scroll down. Okay, and then I asked about, okay, so what kind of softwares I can use, and I said, okay, give me the code. So it asked me to install the dependencies. One of the software which I use here is Manim. It is a Python programming package, and then it gave me the code. So I took this code, and then what I did was I just copied this code. Okay, let me run the code. Okay, so after this, so it also said, okay, copy this in the particular file and then start running according to the command given there. This will generate a 30-second video. Okay, and then what I did was I just copied the code. Okay, let me show you, go back to this one. So this is the place where I ran the code in a command window. Okay, there are some errors. This is a result of several iterations that I have got. Okay, I'm showing this whole thing. Okay, and now let me just go back. Okay, somewhere over here. Yeah, still a little bit back more. So these are separate partial files that I had just created. Okay, and then some of the dependencies we did not have, so it showed an error. Okay, and finally it created the script over here. Okay, I'll just go back down. Okay, and then just a moment, let me go back to the video. This is something which is already run. So it created in a folder here in media. When I go to the videos, I can go to the optical phenomena, click on that, and then I observe this is the video that it has created. Okay, let me play you the video to show what it has done. Okay, now this is what it has done now. So it took an example of a particular frequency, 500 terahertz, and then it took up reflection. Now as you see, the arrows immediately came to cross. Okay, it was not coming one by one. And in refraction, you see there is no normal at all. Okay, so these are some of the what you call drawbacks of this video. Okay, which I want to see even in dispersion also. See in this one, refraction. Okay, in dispersion, you see the rays are now coming out here initially, and the incoming ray is shown by the horizontal, but actually it should come on the side, right? And interference, of course, it showed me properly. There was no change. It was very good actually. Then it showed me about diffraction. Okay, and then it showed me something like an arc. Many people will not understand what it is, so I wanted to change something. So towards it, what I did was I once again went to the program, to the chatgpt or deepseek, and I said, I got the video like this, I need the following changes. Now change all this. I gave in detail what all changes did I do. See, I'm not doing any programming here. I'm just giving you the prompt here. So finally it looked at the prompt, it confirmed what is that we need. Okay, and then finally it went on to create a new script, a Python script. Now it created a new Python script. And then I took up this Python script, copied this, and went back to, these are the key changes, okay, how to run everything it showed. Okay, then I ran it once again, but once again I got an error. So when I looked into that error, again I gave it. So as a result of it, it said that, okay, that particular icon is not there, you need to copy and put it. So I did that also, I did it here. And after this, once again, I create a new code. That code also, it was giving me some parse error. And once again, third or fourth iteration, I got one more code. So this code is shown over here. I ran the script once again, and then also I got some error. So I kept on iterating again and again until and unless all the errors were being completely gone. Okay, so I got a corrected script. Once I got this, then what I did was I copied the whole thing. Okay, and then yeah, so now I'm just showing you the script over here. And then I copied the whole thing. Once again, ran this, and when I ran this, I got a new video. Let me show you that video also. So this is the video that I have got here. Okay, now when you look at this video here, look at the changes with what it has done. So once again, it has taken this frequency, same frequency, because I did not ask it to change the frequency. See, first arrow, then second arrow, then there is a normal also, right? Of course, the font has also changed because I asked it to change the font. Then here you see there was no normal, it has now put the normal over there, right? Okay, and there is a refraction being shown. Of course, I had to change some more also. Now I realize I should have given something like angle of incidence. Now you see there is an incoming ray, there is a refracted ray over here. That's also been shown, right? And then further to it, interference, it did not change anything, it retains as such. Polarization, the next part. Let us wait. Okay. Diffraction. See, it only showed me something like bands, but it did not show me the rays over there. The rays are not shown. Anyway, I need to change it in my next version. Polarization, it was supposed to show it properly, but it did not show. Once again, it says orientation changes, but still it is not up to that mark. Of course, there are some things which are not changed properly, which we need to change it manually, or maybe I need to give some more commands. And finally, my call to action, I put all this now. Okay, so thus you observe. So using a programming tool like Python also, one can easily create a video shorts, you can create simulations, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so therefore, I personally consider programming is a must for any discipline. Thank you for being with me, and maybe in a few more weeks, I will be starting something like courses on programming, okay, for teachers. So let us be together and see to it that we learn something, we do constructive, and we can also do some softwares over here, program softwares over here. Thank you once again.